how reliable are intelligence tests? Presented by Overlook Tutorial Academy. From my dictionary, reliable, adjective, that may be relied on, dependable in achievement, accuracy, and honesty. This article looks at IQ tests in terms of reliability. I'll start with definition. Reliability, as used by test makers, has very little to do with our understanding of the dictionary definition of reliability. So what do they mean? When a test is deemed to be reliable, it simply means that the test will give the same results when given to the same person at two different times. Testing of reliability is done in one of three ways. 1. Administer the same test at two different times. 2. Administer half the test each at two different times. Or 3. Administer two forms of the test at two different times. A reliable test must give the same outcome each time. Tests do, of course, tend to improve with practice, but that can be taken into consideration fairly easily. A great deal of attention is given to the design of tests that can be shown, by one of the above methods, to be reliable. But why is this important? This kind of test reliability bears little resemblance to the sort of things one usually associates with being dependable. It says nothing about the test being useful for any purpose at all. So one wonders why it is something that is measured and tested so carefully. Simply put, test designers will tell you that if a test has any chance whatsoever of being useful, it must first be reliable. Their logic is inescapable. There's simply no way we can expect to rely on test scores to indicate anything meaningful if the test gives significantly different scores for the same person on different attempts. But what about the question of a test being the dependable kind of reliable? This is the point of testing to begin with, right? Unfortunately, dependability is a moving target that is very hard to hit. So test designers are forced to settle for what they call validity. There are actually three different measures of validity. 1. Criterion validity. The test is accurate when measured against some specific scale, such as a list of desired mathematical skills. Or number 2, content validity. The test contains all of the material it is designed to cover. Or 3, predictive validity. The test results can be used to make accurate predictions of future performance. Ah, you say, now we're getting somewhere. Yes, in terms of testing, validity best approximates what we think of as reliability. Some tests, such as those taken for admission to secondary and post-secondary schools, have been shown to be valid when the results are used to predict student success. But this still does not mean that the test is a good measure of intelligence. It may seem strange, but the validity of an intelligence test is often measured by how closely its results mirror those obtained from another intelligence test. What precisely either test measures is difficult to define, and is an undeniable fact that no IQ test yet devised can predict future success with any accuracy. It is reasonable to say that a battery of several IQ tests can give a picture of innate abilities in an individual, but no score, not even a set of scores, can actually quantify intelligence. In view of all of this, my advice would be go ahead and take intelligence tests, or have your children take them. There's no harm in this kind of testing, as long as you realize that you should not take the scores very seriously. Always with any questions about testing or other matters of education, feel free to call us.